Maiyegun na wa mo la mo do. Maiyegun diary. Maiyegun na wa mo la mo do. Maiyegun diary. Lórí Facebook, lórí gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ní Maiyegun dára sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary politico. Godfatherism.
Thank you for joining me. Just a moment.
Maiyegun na wa mo. Àní ẹ̀sùn rájì. Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Go and tell them. Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rájì. Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rájì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rájì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Tell them. Call them. Call the Lagos Abobakus. I've got some few things to say about their slave master. Share the video. Invite your friends. Let those who are supposed to be here join us now. Maiyegun today, Maiyegun today, Maiyegun today. Maiyegun today. Maiyegun Maui. Tell them, Maiyegun today. Thank you very much for joining me. This is Maiyegun Live. I wanted to wait before for the announcement of the process of unbundling the corrupt, the jihadist, the most criminal political organization that ever existed. And I'm going to give you background as usual. We are not here this morning or this afternoon to pity Tinubu. I don't want to pity him. I just want to set the record straight before the pity party starts. Just before they begin the pity party. Let us set the record straight. You know, I'm a Yoruba man. To God be the glory. And I'm a Yoruba man, a proud Yoruba man that knows that it doesn't matter how rich or how wealthy a thief is, or how old a thief is. A thief is a thief. That's what Yoruba mean. Honesty, sincerity, love, care, and responsibility. Tinubu has come out to be a new face of the criminal part and criminal side of the Yoruba people. And one way or the other, we have seen those who have admired him. Because what they admire about him is not because of the progress or the success or the, the stability brought to Yoruba land. No, it was because of the brigandry, the criminality that has brought him wealth influence, fear, you know, is what many admire about him. There's nothing else about him. Everything about his life is criminality. Every way of his life is laced with so many unthinkable crimes. But he's Tinubu. If you say anything about him, do you know the first thing they will say to you? You will be killed. Why? Because that is what they do. They will intimidate you. They want you dead. So how could you be dead simply because we are talking about a leader that you disagree with? Because he's never anybody's leader. He is a leader of the modern day, Yoruba criminals who gain political influence. And one way or the other, they've got followers too. They are watching me right now. Many of them have also, one way or the other, stupidly claimed Tinubu to be their leader, not Yoruba leader, because I'm a Yoruba man. And I would never see a criminal as my leader, ever. He never represents me. He never speaks for me. He's never in anything that has to do with where I come from, Yoruba land. He is a regional local champion, just like many other regional local champions across the country who claim to be representing their people while they are actually a bunch of rogues, opportunists. That's what Tinubu is. Then we have also seen some deranged, deluded, ignorant, poorly educated, or complete stark illiterates on social media who are also championing Oduduwa Republic at the same time championing Tinubu as their leader. What a confusion. What a manner of confusion. Like, Tinubu wants to be president of Nigeria, or he wants to select whoever is going to be the president of Nigeria. He wants to be part of anything that is Nigeria. Oduduwa Republic means Yoruba land will no longer be part of Nigeria. So how can you say someone who wants to keep Nigeria one, who told you repeatedly that Nigeria will never break up, and you morons are opening different pages on Facebook, deceiving yourselves, talking about Oduduwa Republic on one hand, defending Tinubu on the other hand? You are mad. And I'm just here to tell you. Okay. So now let's take it on. The collapse, the end, and the total crumble of the fake empire they built for themselves. It has always been a battle of survivor. There has never been any empire. Thieves don't build empire, right? They improvise. It's about survivor. Tinubu, like them, like the rest of those that are currently hunting him and the rest of that, in the jihadi political party they started. He is not a victim, so I'm not going to let anybody see him as one. He's not one. But let us give you the historical background of the today yam pepper scatter, the madness that is about to envelop and consume many of them. Well, to the admiration of many of us, we will watch them. We will use their stories. We will watch them, we will laugh, we will mock, we will pity where we should. And then we'll laugh. Mostly we will laugh at them. And this is why. In 2011, Bola Tinubu, Atanda Shongolere from Iragbiji, Osun State, in today's Osun State, who later changed his name to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and thanks to Oba Oyekan that made him Ashiwaju of Lagos, that they now turn to Ashiwaju of Nigeria, or national leader. In 2011, while he was playing his own local league, because that is what he's been playing, in 2003, he orchestrated, he worked well to ensure that the old Afenifere, Afenifebi, Afenifegbesi, Afenifoshi, group of them that for so long were claiming to be Afenifere, Oduduwa, Omo Oduduwa. Tinubu was one of them. When the politics began fully, and the likes of Abraham Adesonya, Bola Ige, and the rest of them who are late today, the young Bola, they always call him Bola. The young Bola a treacherous Ebola, ensured that the action, what do they call them again? AD, Alliance for Democracy. That was meant to be the Yoruba party. That was meant to be the party that represents Awolowo, that represents all the virtues of Yoruba and all that. The party they used to deceive people. The party that brought the likes of Jagawere, Jagabandit of Lagos into today's political prominence again. In 2003, when AD died, the guy man, Tinubu, at that point was able to leverage on that to build what is today the fake empire they are all talking about, that is about to collapse, right? From then on, it turned that same Yoruba alignment and all of that, it turned it into his own political pocket, sort of political piggy bank. So from that moment on, Tinubu will be shouting, Yoruba will not accept this. Yorubas are being cheated. Yoruba this and that. But in the background, is making deal with PDP. No joke. Those who were running on the platform of PDP in Yoruba land, many of them are going to Tinubu to get an endorsement from the same man that tells all the Yorubas that PDP were evil. Obasanjo was this and that. Meanwhile, he was a guy man doing his own business, expanding his own ajele in Yoruba land by sending the same gang of thieves that he succeeded in nurturing in Lagos State for years, by sending them to the rest of Yoruba land to go and become either senators or become governors. The same agenda, the same program, just to serve the same man's political interest. In 2011, when he was pushing about, I think he was pushing, was it Ribadu? He was pushing then in 2011. In 2007, he duped Atiku. Atiku paid millions of dollars just to be part of AC. In 2011, he also brought in Ribadu, or maybe vice versa, because it's a treacherous way over time. That is what is Lagos Abobakus, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the Baba Sokpes, the all-risers, the born to suffer, suffering and smiling Facebook adsmen, today's social media bandits. That is what they call smartness. We are waiting for the last one, because this time around, una go feel am. In 2011, while he was propagating another ACN, he called the party another, he changed his name of his party from AD to AC. So he became the godfather. All those who call themselves Afenifere that that brought Yoruba and kept Yoruba as part of Nigeria since 1999, they were all, it's either they were dead or they are now feeding fat from Tinubu's purse. So he was able to change his name to AC, change name again to AC, and that was how he became this fake national nonsense they are talking about. He knew his bound, and his bound is just to always use Southwest as his own political leverage with whoever is in Abuja. Since it is a trade by barter, if I give you this, will you let me expand in Yoruba land? Will you let me continue to take tax? Will you let me continue to swindle them? And it's a deal. As long as he will let the federal as well to continue. PDP, for 16 years, he was part of PDP. In 2011, twice, they took him with the presidential jet to go and see Jonathan. His last trip was just 3 days before the 2011 elections. Buhari was running on the platform of CPC. His counterpart was running on the platform of Tinubu's party, ACN. Jonathan was running on PDP. Tinubu was making deal with PDP. $2 billion was paid to him in 2011. And you know one thing, You know one thing about the Abobakus? They say all these things you are saying, if they say you should bring evidence now, will you be able to bring evidence? You are just a dumb bird. What happened to all the evidences that you have been given about him? When foolish people ask for evidence, ask them, what are they going to do with it? What are you going to do with the evidence? With the ones that you have been shown, what have you done with it? Bunch of fools. Now, in 2011, PDP government of Jonathan, who wanted to contest properly after the death of Yaradua. And at the time, the Northern Kabas, they called themselves, they were all out for him, like it was never going to happen in PDP, and he needed the Southwest vote. He's already secured the Southeast and the Southeast vote. As someone from Bayelsa, he needed Southwest. Why Tinubu and his moron, the Abobakus of today, were shouting ACN, 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 and lying up and down. The drug addict was busy in Abuja, in Aso Rock, making deal, collecting his own share towards the election. This is an open secret. It's not new. If you are hearing it for the first time, well, lucky you. Now you have heard. Jonathan won. Boom. No wahala. Because Tinubu said, well, let's play it down. He collected his pay, made his money, retained the Southwest for him as part of the deal, the rigging, the manipulation, the court cases that are changing so many things in his favor. They were all part of the deal in 2011. At that point, that was the moment the Bewiri, the drug addict, decided to give the national politics a shot. That was the moment. He believed that, wow, so all these guys with the Abuja, they don't even really get that much power, sha. Oh boy, hey, $2 billion from president. On top say, I just won, I'm just a leader of opposition. Oh boy, it be like say, we they go to Abuja. They go to Abuja now. He called his boys. And they were like, the same Buhari they call terrorist. The same Buhari that Jagawere called a divisive personality. The same Buhari that Jagawere called a terrorist. Someone that is going to come and divide Nigeria. All of a sudden, it was like, if you push him, be like, say, this Jonathan no get live out. Oh boy, if you heard as the guy they talk to me, no be the same Jonathan way with they read for paper, sha. Oh boy, if you try your amo. And luckily, he became friends with the likes of Atiku, with the likes of Saraki, with the likes of Kwakwanso, and Buhari became his friend. Rufai became his friend, and so many like that. They became his friend, and he began telling his own foot soldiers that I think we can actually rule Nigeria. Did you know that? That was how ACN, CPC, New PDP all came together. They called themselves legacy parties, and they came together. They formed APC, all past criminals. That's how APC came to be. That's the short story. Tinubu was like, wow, so Abuja easy like this? Oh boy. Then he fell for it, and he didn't know that all those people will come together to fight Jonathan. They all have their own different ambitions. Tinubu wanted to be president. Buhari wanted to be president. Saraki wanted to be president. Kwakwanso wanted to be president. Who else? Atiku wanted to be president. They now said, you know what? We will all come together. Let us just chase Jonathan away. Anybody, any one of us that finally become that president, forgetting their treacherous ways, their dubious manipulative way, their criminal ways, they forgot all of that. They said, you know what? Let us all come together. Anybody will get the ticket, will just be the president. Now, at that time, the plot began. They are smart Tinubu, and his smart soldiers from Southwest. They saw an easy prey. They did their research. They realized that the likes of Atiku, Saraki, Kwakwanso, and few others like that, those guys understand one way or the other how government and governance work, and how to actually really use the government power to selfishly enrich themselves properly. But you see, this idiot, this one, This one, what they call too tired general. This one will be an easy prey. If we push this idiot, everybody will agree that he's not a thief. We can use our media to manipulate the whole thing, and we just present him as a saint, someone that is better. At least it's better. So once we set that out, so we can then be in control of that same party. First, let's be in control of that party by appointing someone we know. Let me tell you this. This is how it all happened, though. This is how they planned the PCO. It wasn't about how to save Nigeria or how to do anything for Nigeria. No. It was about power grab. For the first time, Tinubu got up close to the seat of power. Despite being a former governor, despite being a governor for 8 years, despite being a local champion in Yoruba land, he's never had an opportunity of getting up so close to the number one citizen of the country ever in his life. And he was seeing him more or less like begging him to get him elected as president. And for the first time, Tinubu saw a sort of a kind of threatened leader, a leader that showed that he was scared to lose his leadership. And Tinubu saw himself as someone who actually going to save this guy. So I'm actually going to save you. So I am this powerful. So for the first time, as local champion as he is, as braggy as some of his idiots in Lagos are bragging, living in that shanty called Lagos, for the first time, that was what inspired him. So for the first time, he was like, we can bring all of these people together, form a party, control that party, let's decide who becomes what, especially president. Once we control that, then that's power. So they saw Buhari as the weakling among those who wanted to be president. So they did their own work on Buhari. So they had two options. Tinubu was going to be Buhari's vice president. It's going to be a deal. Then Tinubu will support Buhari in APC. So it will be Tinubu Buhari ticket. So that will keep him very close to Aso Rock and what is going on in there. And no matter how smart Buhari might say he is, he will be closer. Are you following? That was the plan. Then, I told you that there are so many other power brokers, power grabbers, power hungry criminals who wanted to be president too. So it was all that plot they are doing. They call them strange bedfellows. Strange bedfellows. They pretended that they wanted to give you change. Meanwhile, they came for different reasons. So as the rumor came out that Lagos, Botilon want to support Buhari, and it is because Jagawere want to be vice president, Saraki, Atiku, the rest of them, they just use their media propaganda too. Muslim ticket, no to Muslim ticket, no to this, no to that. That was the first time. That was the first signal that, hey, Tinubu, you are in it for a long time. Rufai and co, they kicked against it on the ground. No Muslim ticket. So automatically, that removed Tinubu from getting closer to Aso Rock. Okay, plan B. If I cannot be vice president because I am a Muslim, then I have the right to nominate who will become the vice president. That was how he nominated fake pastor Ruga Ikene Shatabandu as the vice presidential candidate to Muhammadu Buhari. And it was the simple thing. From the grapevine, they said they even had the medical record of Buhari, that Buhari will not last longer than a year or two as president. And what happened to Yaradua would happen to Buhari. So when that happened, right? So what will happen next is that Oshibanjo will become president, like Jonathan. Then Oshibanjo, one way or the other, will just not run for the second term. Now that the party and the whole power, everything is in their charge, Tinubu will then properly run as the president. Yeah, I said from the grapevine. That is how stupid Nigerian politicians can think. If you don't know how stupid they can think at times, and most of the time because they are dealing with stupid people too, most of their plan works. They sound ridiculous, but it's true. So that was how Ekene Shatabandu became vice presidential candidate to Buhari. Remember, they didn't know what each of them have in plan. They didn't know what they have as a common agenda. Nothing. It was just about power. And when it got to that point, they quickly swapped and they made him vice president. And it was a very good sell. They just took Ekene Shatabandu, fake pastor Oshobade. They just took him to the Redeemed Church. That's it. 40 million audience. This is your vice president. This is your potential president. He's the vice president. I mean, he's a professor of law. He's He's a senior advocate of nonsense. He's a son, and he's going to be deputizing a common gate man who has no ordinary school leaving certificates. But in Jesus' name, this country will be great once you make Ekene Shatabandu your vice president to Buhari a terrorist. Period. It was a quick sell. God must have loved Nigeria so much to have brought Buhari, the man we don't like stealing. Oshobade, fake pastor RCCG. Period. A good sell. They said, vote for the general. As you are voting for a general to fight Boko Haram, you are also voting for the pastor to use spiritual warfare. Bunch of idiots. They are still here. The charm is still working on them. Read the comments. Oshobade became their vice presidential candidate. They didn't know that. What happened to Yaradua was a great loss to the political criminals called the political cabal from the north. And sincerely speaking, they won because Tinubu and his greed help them push away someone they thought, because he's the president, should be invincible. Good luck, Jonathan. It was him that told them, we need international media, we need international coverage, we need to show the world that Jonathan is weak, is this, is that. They were giving intel. So Tinubu helped them and dragged Yoruba into it. Today, me as a Yoruba man, I'm being dragged every day because I'm a Yoruba man, because one Tinubu Jaga bandit made a deal for his own personal aggrandizement, for his own personal and selfish need. I am being dragged into it. But I will not be dragged into it. Trust me, I am Maiyegun. I have always been different. You know that. Shatabandu became vice president. The North decided to show Tinubu, because the impression then was Tinubu was going to be so powerful. He is going to be the one controlling the presidency. Oshibanjo is going to be the star boy. Oshibanjo is going to be the superstar. Oshibanjo is going to do this and that. In fact, Tinubu, the master strategist. Tinubu, the mathematicians. Tinubu, the smartest thing. Wọ́n ti fọ́ yín ní fún, wọ́n ti bà gbogbo ọpọlọ yín jẹ́, ọpọlọ yín ti yòrò mọ́ yín lórí. That is why today, you are champion, you are shouting Oduduwa Republic. Meanwhile, your Tinubu is about to die because it's a 2023 election, 2023 presidential dream. Don't they take a 1,000 feet dive into the Atlantic Ocean to take a dive? I'm going to watch all of you melt down on social media. I'm going to watch you as you are going to be reacting. As some of you are going to start telling us that Buhari is evil, this and that. Don't worry. Let me remind you, I'm taking you through the memory lane before we go to this level today. You're mad. Now, father. Get angry. Get mad. That's why I'm doing this video. I want you to get mad. Angry. Olofo. Omo adle. Jati. Because of what you are going to eat. They drench you in poverty because of their different political arrange. Olori buruku ara ẹ, you are on social media defending them, thinking you are defending Yoruba. Don't worry, relax. If you still have time, continue to watch. I will give you your size. Calm down. Immediately, Boko Haram was sworn in as the president. Many Yoruba morons, some of them that call themselves leaders, by the way, Yoruba criminals, they began visiting Tinubu's Bodilon's house. Tinubu's house became the Mecca after the election. They wanted to be minister. They wanted to be PA. They wanted to be SA. Jagaban, Jagabandit, Jagawiri, Jagatif. Bunch of idiots. Today they want to start a pity party. They want to do a pity party. They want to invite us to their pity party. We will mock you. We will laugh at you. We will watch you melt down, raging. We'll watch you. Yes. That's why we are giving you the feedback, the storyline. If you think we get memory loss like you, we don't. We don't have memory loss. We don't suffer from, we are not suffering from a Stockholm syndrome. Immediately after the election, they bring the general market out. You know, when they say pick 2, pick 5, general market, checkout. We never reach checkout. They just give them pick 2. Tinubu. He sent a list, Jaga Bandit of Africa. He sent a list to Abuja. They are talking about ministerial list. Those of you who know the story, you know the story. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter. Yes. Once they delivered, the postman delivered the Jagawiri's list from Southwest. Imagine, some people from Southeast were even lobbying in Lagos to be minister under Buhari because they believe that Jagawiri will be the one controlling everybody. What happened? Immediately they delivered the letter of the name. What is this nonsense? Who is this? They say from Jagabandit from Lagos. Who is Jagabandit? My friend, this guy is actually like a baggage that we don't want to carry. Buhari want to fight corruption. Jagawiri that ruined and destroyed Lagos is political ally. Atiku Abubakar that never pay any tax to Nigerian government, but rather looting and stealing, using different companies that they have managed to give a tax waiver, tax waiver for in Nigeria. That one too gave him billions of naira and gave him 2 private jets, his own private jet for Buhari to be flying about. So Buhari was like, no. Don't bring these tips here. Come on, election don't finish. No. That is the first time the Jagawiri should have known. But the local treasury, the local hatred that they have against themselves, by the way, that one was also playing out. That was how Ibekunle Amosun, the Arungun Oke Mosan, the Akotilator of Ogun State, the Gbese Gbemi, Gbese Yemi, Gbese Fi, Gbese Shola of Ogun State, Ibekunle Amosun, Akotilator, Arungun Oke Mosan, quickly shortchanged Tinubu during the swap. They swapped the names. And that was how Kemi Adeosun became minister. That was how Fashola became minister. That was how Fayemi became minister. That was how Oyo, what is this one's name? Oyo Osama bin Laden. That guy that called Showore inconsequential, Shitu. Osama bin Laden is even like posh. I remember then I used to call him Oyo State Shekau. Shitu. That was how Shitu became a minister. None of them became ministers or got appointments from Buhari's first term through Tinubu. Tinubu had to run away. He had to run away when they said they were coming for him after 2015 election. He ran away. First, he ran to Uganda. Secondly, he flew then to Equatorial Guinea, where he has property and he has so much investment. From there, he flew and he ran away to southern France, where he bought a new property at the time as well. Go and check it. Go and research it. Don't be foolish enough to be asking me for evidence. All the evidence they gave you, what do you do with them? So if you see any foolish people asking you for evidence on any politician in Nigeria, just tell them foolish people don't need any evidence because it's useless to them. They don't know how to use information. So there's no point in answering foolish people that ask you to give them evidence because that's who they are. Foolish people can't process things. That was the first time he ran away. When the whole thing, then at that point, I think it was in 2018. Go on your other device now, right? And search for Senator Remi Tinubu complains on how APC treated her husband. Remi Tinubu complains. Remi said immediately after the election, they abandoned her husband. They went after him. They tried to bring him down. She didn't give details, but I'm just giving you the details now. They rubbished him. They rubbished Tinubu. They rubbished him. It was nothing. Go and read it. It's online. I didn't write it. Remi Tinubu wrote it. And that same 2018, February 21, 2018, go and search for it. Tinubu's letter to Maiyegun. Search it on Google now. Or I may help you and bring it on, but that's a distraction. Search for it. Tinubu complained bitterly. He said Maiyegun promised him that he was going to rectify all the injustices against him. What are the injustices against Tinubu? I'll tell you few. Apart from the fact that they rubbished him, we had no access to the villa anymore. He had no say in whatever is going on in the government anymore. Osinbanjo was made a kitchen assistant in the villa because he became nobody as well anymore. Tinubu became nothing at that point. So they were giving appointment to those who were working to destroy him in Yoruba land. In Lagos, in outside Lagos. Fayemi leading the gang. Fashola backing them up. And so on. They did it in Ondo State. Apart from the issue of appointment into Buhari's government, he thought, being the national leader of APC, he has a say. And it started in Kogi. You remember the Kogi Wahala? When that governor that Tinubu supported, and Tinubu appointed Faleke. Faleke, who claimed to be from Kogi, but is House of Representative members in Lagos State. Faleke was an active House of Rep member. And Tinubu nominated him to go and deputize Audu in Kogi. That's what they do. That's what they do. It's just their way. There is nobody in Kogi State that could be governor or be deputy governor. But Faleke had to go back then. Same way Aregbesola had to go back to Osun after serving as a commissioner of works in Lagos State. Go back to Osun and then ran Osun into bankruptcy. Today, Osun hasn't recovered from that bankruptcy. Today. So he sent Faleke. All of a sudden, Audu died. So to Tinubu, that should have been an easy transition. Faleke should complete the election. Faleke should be the governor. Another Stuji, Ajele, sent to Kogi. You know what happened? I'll tell you. Fashola, Fayemi, rufai and co. They had to go and bring Yeye Bello, the man that came fourth in APC primaries. They had to bring him to become to become the governorship candidate of APC, to spite Tinubu. As Faleke fought, nothing happened. Do you know who Buhari supported? His own people. The people they call the Kaaba. Tinubu lost in Kogi. Faleke returned to Lagos. Yeye Bello became the new terror in town on behalf of APC. The same game almost played itself out in Osun, to the point that they would have blamed, well, they would blame him anyway, if they had lost Osun when Aregbesola wanted to do his own transition after running the whole Osun state into bankruptcy. They wanted to succeed themselves by bringing Tinubu's cousin, Boyega Oyetola. Something happened. Osun people resisted. It was a battle royale. And that was the moment Omishore, the man they accused of killing Bola Ige, one of the best and the topmost leaders of the Afenifebi, or Afenifere they called themselves at the time. Bola Ige was killed as a sitting minister under the PDP government, and his killers were never caught. Omishore was tried for Bola Ige's death. Omishore was in prison when Omishore won election to become a senator. In PDP. That is the story. But the same Omishore became their saving grace in Osun. After Tinubu went to Osun, he was meant to go to Osun to go and campaign on the success of Aregbesola. But when Tinubu got to Osun, he was bragging how he's so rich, how he's richer than the entire Osun state. He has nothing to do with Osun's money. There are people who are blaming him or trying to abuse him for trying to steal Osun money. They are just foolish people. He was right. He is richer than Osun. And all thanks to Aregbemubo, is Ajele, the one is sent to Osun for 80 years. So that boomerang, that was going to lead to a political calamity for them and a total exposure. Omishore, that they all told us, killed Bola Ige. Omishore became the saving grace. Omishore of SDP became their lasting solution in order to continue to rape, to pillage, to destroy, to loot, and to destroy the dreams and futures of the Osun people. Some of them are abusing me on Facebook because they are short-sighted. They have this short-sightedness, that we call it. They are short-sighted. I am the problem. But look at the criminals that they are abusing me for. The thugs, common criminals that all of you should be stoning when you see them. But don't stone them because you don't even have the strength, do you? No, you don't. No, you don't. Omishore did a deal with them. INEC, they are INEC. But before we get to that, let's talk about how they eventually chased away their party chairman. What is that one's name again? Maiyegun from Edo State, who they believe that was no longer protecting the interest of Tinubu. And APC was meant to be Tinubu's idea. It was meant to be Tinubu's baby. It was meant to be Tinubu's way and ladder to this, political wealth that is never seen before. How dare you guys started taking things away from me? Maiyegun, you have to go. So they brought in Oshiomole, another thief who pretended for years to be a union leader, fighting on the part or on the side of the people. This is a man who ruled Edo State for 8 years. And there was a time he actually commissioned an hospital. They called that hospital the biggest hospital in the whole of West Africa. My dear brothers and sisters, would you believe it? That they took Bokoari, too tired Bokoari, they took him to Benin to go and commission the biggest hospital in Africa that has no single bed. They had to hire, imagine this, they had to hire medical equipment from store that they should put them up for that day, for that show. And it cost the Edo people, the Edo State, 10 billion naira to build that hospital. Today, there is no single bed in that hospital. The building is there. So they brought him out. And for that 8 years, Oshiomole who represented APC. Later, it was in ACN. Oshiomole became Tinubu's friend when Tinubu gave him his platform, ACN, to contest election in Edo State. So when ACN changed to APC, Oshiomole changed Edo State to APC. And that was why he became friends with Boko Haram, the jihadist. And Boko Haram became their own moral teacher, the moral torch bearer. Come on, guys. For 8 years, Oshiomole's foreign investment, the only foreign investment that Oshiomole brought to Edo State is his wife. And when he was leaving the state house, he left with his wife. He left with his only foreign investment in Edo State. Today, they told me, they said Obaseki has been fighting to bring foreign investment to Edo State. I was like, listen, Obaseki, no kill yourself, okay? If people no want come invest for Edo, I mean Oyibo, or anybody, foreign investment, do like your boss, your former godfather, by the way, because now they say it's no longer godfather. Oshiomole became handy. He became useful because he could talk. And Tinubu got him a job to replace Maiyegun that wasn't dancing to Tinubu's idea. So the mistake of Kogi will never repeat itself again. And then, in fact, that was the moment the battle between Tinubu faction, Bodilon, and Abuja faction, the Kabah, was established. That was that moment. The moment Tinubu succeeded in pushing Maiyegun away, and he succeeded in replacing Maiyegun with Oshiomole. Are you following this story? It's a long one. Buhari didn't. They have short memory. They blame everybody for their misfortune and their unfortunate existence. But themselves, they blame everybody. So it's good to let them carry on with this history of how your Jaga bandit, Jaga Wiri, found himself in a pit. And instead of him to jump out, he continued to dig. Oshiomole became the new tyrant, the leprous finger of Tinubu to deal with anybody that was considered as enemy of Tinubu in the party. Are you with me? Osun election. Someone they told us was a killer that killed a leader, became their political ally to save them, because it was easier for the INEC, and their soldiers and their everything, to declare the election inconclusive. You remember the inconclusive election of Osun? It was deliberate. It was deliberate. They needed to keep Osun. It is a must they keep Osun. Even if they have ruined Osun State, they have to keep Osun. It's a must. Because these are the political leverage. These are the platform states that Tinubu uses for political leverage. It was no longer controlling Ogun State. Amosun was there. Ondo State, Akeredolu became the darling of the Kabah. Same thing they did in Kogi State. They did it in Ondo State. Drafted Akeredolu into it, used him, and eventually used their role in the party and all of that to get him in. But this were prior to Oshiomole's emergence as chairman. So they deal with him the way they dealt with him in Kogi. Then the news came that Fayemi, who was then a minister, wanted to go back to Ekiti to go and contest against whoever Fayose left behind. In fact, there was a rumor. They said the reason why Fayemi is working with those who are working for a very long time now to further destroy political empire of Tinubu and the influence of godfatherism of Tinubu in Southwest. This was the reason why Fayemi became part of that. They said Fayemi was so confident that he was going to get re-elected, right? When Fayose was running against him at the time. And in fact, they said Fayemi expected Tinubu to use his influence to prevail on Goodluck Jonathan, not to use the military against him at the time, at least to give him a leeway to do his second term. Fayose can come after him and do his own thing. But they said Tinubu didn't use his position. So immediately, Fayose PDP took over from Fayemi. Fayemi has been nursing that grudge that he was going to get his own pound of flesh. And when he met others who also wanted to feel the same, like Fashola, that Tinubu rubbished him, rubbished everyone that worked with him when he tried to challenge Tinubu over who will succeed him in 2011. So that same Fashola was meant to be destroyed politically until Amosun wrote his name to make him minister. So Fayemi wanted to go back to Ekiti to become governor and contest against whoever Fayose leave behind. And at that point, they are now in government. Buhari is now the president. Tinubu didn't nominate him as a minister. He is a minister of mines and steel, or whatever I call himself then. No. What was Fayemi's portfolio again? Minister of Natural Resources, whatever nonsense they gave him. Ministry of Mines and Natural Resources or something. So it was easier to replicate what they did to him in 2014. Then. So, to cut the long story short, the game is the game. Tinubu had to run away when the whole thing happened. Now, Oshiomole that he invested his time, invested everything, was meant to consolidate the South in a way that it will present Tinubu as a formidable force that the North must not try with when it comes to 2023 election. Now, let me tell you this again. 2023 election to Tinubu is not because he wants to be president. It is, in fact, it is in his own eyes, it is his own inalienable right to either be the next president or decide who will become the next president. But they have a joker for him. The Abobakus, the Lagos Almajiris, the sophisticated morons, the obedient fools watching me right now. You, your Yoruba leaders. Stop abusing Yoruba leaders. Maiyegun, you are not supposed to be. You are mad. You are mad. Who are your leaders? And when you say we, who are the we? Oshiomole. This is how that one met his own Waterloo. A trap they have set for him, and he fell for it, and is going to drag the dream they have been building for the past 2 years. Is going to drag it with him. This is what happened to Oshiomole. Oshiomole, as a thief, made his own money in 2019. You know what he did? He made sure that those who are angry, even those who are angry with the party, or how they are running the party, those party members who are angry, Oshiomole and Tinubu ensured that those people were presented as enemy of Buhari instead of those who disagree with the way they are running the party. So if you come out to condemn APC, they will present you to Buhari as enemy of Buhari, not someone who disagree with APC. So in the process, they build vast enemy for themselves, and in the process, the people who wanted to tighten the noose around their neck, they just saw the opportunity that, yes, this is it. Obaseki, that now became Oshiomole's albatross. What happened? Obaseki told the ward chairman and the ward desk of Oshiomole that suspend him. When you suspend him, I want the name, the signatures, and everything of everybody who signed that suspension. Bring it to me in Benin. They took it to Obaseki in Benin. Obaseki gave it to those who are going to work on it, and immediately they went to court, and the court accepted it and said, this decision is final. That's all they needed. Obaseki moved to Abuja to go and inform the people that, well, maybe I've got something. You have been looking for ways to finish Tifnumbu and all this 2023 noise and all of that. They want to deal with me in Edo. But this is it. When you get rid of Oshiomole, you will get rid of Tifnumbu. And it's as simple as that. It worked like magic. It actually worked like magic. Since Tanko technicality and the rest of the plane drivers, judges in Nigeria, since they are now in the kindergarten, nursery and primary school of Tanko plane driver, your Tanko technicality, Babalawo Ife. So it's easier for the cabal, as they call themselves. Meanwhile, there is no cabal or titi kokan ko si cabal kokon anywhere. Again, not the game. Tell yourself that. Now you would expect them to turn good and come back and do something. You are the foolish one. And I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. I don't know if I should just say, oh, but they're foolish. No, I don't know how to say it better. So it was easier to begin to take injunction from here and there. All of these to create that, to maintain that havoc, so that they can just say, well, but that's later. 2019, Oshiomole was selling party tickets. $1 million, $10 million, 150 million naira, 1 billion, 2 billion. People were paying. It was like a normal thing. Imagine people telling you that, oh boy, if you want to be governor, just go and pay Oshiomole 1.6 billion. Go and pay him 2 billion. Like, it was like a trade by barter. They know it. APC fighting corruption. Oshiomole even bragged about it at some point, and he said, see, if you come to APC, your sins are forgiven. No matter what you do, we will forgive you. Because business was going well. Oshiomole was making a hell of a money. Then, 2019, before the election, they needed Tinubu after Tinubu ran away. And he came back to complain. And they gave him Oshiomole. So they still needed him for that political, because they see him as a common thug. He has no other political advantage other than a disruptor, someone who can help coordinate violence, who can arrange, the most dubious way of rigging elections and the rest of that. So they know he's a corrupt street urchin. They know. So but he's dispensable, by the way. They know that he's dispensable. So they needed him for 2019. And they called him. At that point, before he ran away, he was calling himself national leader. They told him, they said, Alaye, calm down. There's nothing like national leader. Stop being stupid. Stop deceiving yourself. There's nothing like national leader in APC. Oh boy, that's in enter. He entered. Baba cried out. He cried. But they needed him for 2019. So they decided to call him reconciliator in chief of APC. What the hell is reconciliator? People were fighting themselves. The party was in tatters. Everybody was like a lord unto himself. The whole country was going up in flames. Tinubu was in a bunker in South France. So they brought him back. They say, come on and help us recycle. Come on and help us settle the problem we created. Oh. They say, come and reconcile everybody. I remember doing a video where I asked, if Tinubu is going to reconcile people who are hungry in APC, who is going to reconcile Tinubu and his own grievances with what they have done to him since 2015? Nobody gave me the answer. So the drug addict actually came out then to say, well, he's a leader. As a leader, I have to do what is right. I am loyal to the president. He was fooling himself. He was going about every little thing he said, every little thing that comes out of his mouth. He was trying to convince his own slave masters too. He became a slave to his own ideal. He was meant to be a leader, Abi. He became imprisoned. Tinubu, he has become a slave to his own treasury. He has become a slave to his own manipulation. Now, look at him. I am going to watch all of you. You are going to melt down. You are going to start using your fake account to start abusing Buhari and the rest of that. And the rest of them, I will be mocking you here. I will be laughing. Me and my friends will be laughing. We'll be doing that very, very well. They brought him back to come and reconcile people who were fighting. As the Wiri was going about he was taking pictures from one government house or the other. Rufai was demolishing another APC senator's house. Some of them were, beating themselves up here and there. Some were busy stealing a maize, fighting themselves in the National Assembly and the rest of that. Oh boy. But they were able to blame Saraki. They were able to blame others as the reason why Buhari didn't do well. So Oshiomole was very willing to come and help them chase those who are not letting Buhari do well. He was fooling himself. So were some of these Yoruba idiots, these Yoruba Omoales, these Yoruba Afonjas, these ass-lickers. They agreed. Osinbanjo became a toilet cleaner in Aso Rock. At some point, they even made him Agbowo in Babaoja. He couldn't even make any decision. Their people were dying of poverty. They are dying of unemployment. Their young people are roaming the street. Lagos State becomes a dump and a slum. They can't do anything. But they deceived them. Buhari didn't die because they expected Osinbanjo that, when Buhari would die, Osinbanjo would take over. So Buhari refused to die in 2016. Now, Osinbanjo, they've turned him now to a toilet cleaner. They've even locked him up now. Even when we know that Buhari is probably completely gone or dead. We can't find him now, 2020. Osinbanjo too. Now, they deceived them. Well, they agreed, made them agree. And they brought the jihadi killer back again. Now they are done with them. Now, let me tell you what is going on and what will happen. People are waiting. They said they are waiting for his last card. What happened to him is what happened to Awolowo. You see, for those of you who think you are smart, you know the politics so much. You are very smart and all of that. You are as foolish as that, those you call that your leader, who have been trying it for so long. Awolowo, Chief Awolowo, became an household name so prominent, not because he joined Nigeria. It was because he kept his Yoruba identity. He kept his Yoruba-ness. He kept the same originality where he came from. The moment he showed interest in their national nonsense, it became a national non-entity. We might have tried as much as possible not to completely erase his memory in Yoruba land, because most of his memories are not actually erasable. But every calamity that befell Awolowo started from the moment he started thinking he has a solution that can make Nigeria better for everybody. Tinubu is a complete opposite. This one is a rogue. This one is a top-notch criminal. A pickpocket. Is absolutely trash to what Awolowo is. But he's going to get the same treatment. You are inviting us to your pity party. When they begin to deal with all of you, nah. We are not interested. We are not coming. We are, in fact, going to join the mock party when this whole show begin to go down. He is a local champion. You know what I mean now? They say when a cockroach begin to see himself as an elephant, a common cock, a common chicken, we feed on him. We feed him for lunch. You know, when they become so invincible, they believe, when they have access to this so much money, they begin to feel like I am this. They said, they make him a Jagaban Bogu. It took some of these morons. It took them years to even know the meaning of Jagaban. They say Jagaban Bogu. It's a Jagaban Bogu. We are Jagabandiots, Jagabandits. And here we are. Ashiwaju àwọn olè, Ashiwaju àwọn gbéwiri, Ashiwaju àwọn pickpocket, Ashiwaju àwọn dream killers, Ashiwaju àwọn olè olórúkọ méjì, olè. Get mad, get angry. He is interested in one Nigeria. And you see this Adeyinka grandiose. I want to be specific on that today. It's very important. Do not fall. They have a group. They call the group YYF. It is a bogus thing, okay? It's a bogus. It's completely bogus. And you shouldn't be deceived. YYF. What's the full meaning again? Yoruba Youth for Freedom. Yoruba Youth for Freedom. Yoruba Youth for Freedom. The humbled slaves want freedom. Sophisticated morons want freedom. Obedient fools want freedoms. Mumumadus want freedom. Bele lecturers want freedom. Mumu lecturers want freedom. Buhari Didiris want freedom because they are so confused. Buhari is their leader. Tinubu is their leader. You will watch them now. They will be so angry. They will be so angry, so mad. They will begin to have meltdown on social media. But you know why? They are not for any Oduduwa Republic. These are a bunch of lunatics who have been so bastardized and bunch of spineless cowards that are just common latrine pit air dwellers. Bunch of irritants. And that is why it's so easy. They flex. They muzzle up. Whenever they see tribal, because they are bigots, they feed fat on this bigotry. I am better than you. I am better than you. We are this and that. We are because they are a bunch of slaves. How can you be so confused? Tinubu want to be president of Nigeria. And how can that same Tinubu be the leader of Yoruba land that wants freedom? What kind of drugs are you guys consuming? We know that Adeyinka is an idiot. He is a mental patient that is receiving a serious care in this country, and we are not supposed to mock him. Listen, then when you see other people listening to him, and you see them, they can't reason. How can Tinubu be Yoruba leader that support Oduduwa Republic, and Tinubu is currently not telling all these people to say, you know what, fuck off, let's take our republic now. But it takes these humbled slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons to come on Facebook every day to remind themselves that they needed Oduduwa Republic. And at the same time, they needed a Tifnubu, a Jagadi. You know, what do you really take us for? I mean, why do you have to keep using distraction? A distraction that an Igbo man is your enemy, and a Yoruba man that tells you that an Igbo man is not your enemy, it will become your enemy. Why did Maiyegun? Okay, why did Maiyegun become an enemy to an average Yoruba man? Because Maiyegun is talking about Tinubu. Why should an average Yoruba man be defending Tinubu? Because an average Yoruba man is a criminal that believes that the easiest way to wealth, the easiest way to prominence, the easiest way to power is to become a criminal. So why do you think I'm so afraid to say that when I know us? You are just a foolish person to tell me that I should come here and then I should come and tell Igbos how bad they are. When I am a Yoruba man who has never lived in Igbo land, and I can tell you 100%, every problem we have in Yoruba land, every goddamn problem we have in Yoruba land, be it development, name it, security or whatever you, those who are in charge of either making them better or stopping that problem, every one of them is a Yoruba man. So why do you hate Maiyegun? Because Maiyegun is talking about Tinubu. Because you are confused. You want Oduduwa Republic. Tinubu want to be president of Nigeria. Oduduwa Republic means you will not be part of Nigeria. Are you guys so dumb and so stupid enough that you don't even read what you write? You are angry that Maiyegun is calling out a criminal that want to be president of Nigeria because he believes in Nigeria. Someone who told you categorically that Nigeria will never divide. Then you come on social media forming a Voltron, forming intelligentsia. You bunch of spineless latrine dwellers. bunch of, cowards. Tinubu is your leader. You want to do a republic. When you see anybody say something about anyone in the APC, you are angry, but you want to do a republic. You don't want to be part of Nigeria. You better stay straight and let the thunder that will fire you. Let it come. Don't stop confusing it. It's wasting energy. Dancing here and there. Stay in a place. Let it strike you and then just go to extinct and save the planet. So we will not join your pity party. We will not pity you. We will not let you use that tribal sentiment to drag us into your pity party. You call for this, right? We will watch you burn, and we will watch you burn yourselves. Those of you that will remain, that will still continue in that madness, we will still be here as well to continue to remind you. This is what they have done, oh. This is what they have done, oh. Oshiomole they go. When Oshiomole go, a new order will come in. And that new order, you know those who are behind it? Rotimi Amaechi, Fayemi, Yeye Bello of Kogi, rufai, even the Babariga mobile banking CEO, Gandola of Kano. They are all into it. To them, it is too dangerous. It is too risky to let all these thieves from the south, that's what they call them, you don't know. That's what they call you idiots that trump up and start defending all these criminals on social media. They call you southern thieves. While they are looting, you are busy through Empower money, 30,000 naira, 20,000 naira. You are busy on social media defending terrorists. So to them in Abuja, inside that asshole rock, they see you southerner as thieves, and they don't hide it. And to them, you should never give power to these thieves. So these ones will sell Nigeria. No, Google pack everything we will fit pack now anyway. We'll pack everything we will fit pack now. Before these thieves come, they see you as thieves. They call you thieves. You are dancing with a baby goat in the market. People are calling you thief. And you're still dancing with a baby goat. Are you not proving it? You bunch of retards. Then you want to drag us into your pity party. My friend, watch your word. Watch your word, okay? In this same word, this word that I came, this one, I will use it until the last hour when they will turn it off. And whenever they turn my own light off and turn the battery off, that's me. That is when I will stop talking. So you see the difference. Stop using that line. Watch your language. Watch your word. Watch your care. You watch your steps. Watch your steps now. Because there are landmines for you. So what they did today, or what they are about to do today, make I give you idea. Tertiary idea. When they suspended Oshiomole, what should have been done was for Bokwari, if he was alive, Bokwari to go and call the world chairman of Oshiomole's party and say, you come here. Tanko technicality, you come here, sit down there. Oshiomole, Yusuf, sit down here. Obaseki, you sit down here. And they did do before they suspended Oshiomole. They did do. Your former president, before he died, Abba Kyari, he called a meeting, and that meeting was between Obaseki, Oshiomole, and a few other guys said that, listen, we're going to make a deal, and the deal is this. Obaseki will keep his second term, and you are going to go and withdraw that that's a suspension. You withdraw it. You withdraw the court cases and all of that, right? But Oshiomole, you will go back as chairman, but you will not tamper with Obaseki anymore. Immediately, Corona killed Abba Kyari like a poisoned rat. Yeah? Tinubu, Oshiomole, they thought they could backtrack, right? Since that one don't go. So they can say that agreement never happened. But what they fail to know is that Abba Kyari and Obaseki, before the meeting that they had that agreement, yeah, they have become this enough that it was at the instance of Bokwari that they called the meeting. So Now, they didn't know that there are other people within that cabal there who knows about that meeting. So Tinubu, Oshiomole, they thought they could go back on, right? And just rubbish that. Now, Oshiomole will go. Tinubu's 2 years, because it only lasted for about 2 years now, right? The 2023 dream that is propagating is now going to go down the drain. And it's because he has become a national non-entity, like every other Yoruba, who Yorubas one time or the other believed in and gave power to, who later thought they were gods, that they could decide on what Yorubas would do, which political side Yoruba will belong, what type of leadership Yoruba will want, and decided to take Yoruba to the national nonsense. Go and check it. Oh, this one is an assignment. Go and check all those who have tried to use Yoruba name to claim to be representing Yoruba by making a political decision in their own interest, claiming to be in the interest of Yorubas, and drag Yoruba into the national politics, the national nonsense. They all came back disgraced. Tinubu will come back disgraced. He is a local champion. Yoruba land, that even Yoruba land, it doesn't control Yoruba land. The Lagos state that he's claiming to control, it doesn't even control Lagos state. But yes, let us agree, let us pretend that he controls Lagos state. Let us pretend that he controls Yoruba land when we know it doesn't. It's Lagos state. He cannot deliver 1 million votes from that Lagos state. Do you think those northern thugs, they don't know that? Now that they found those who can help them demystify him. Now the journey we are about to start now. So for those of you who will abuse me or have been abusing me, you better go and recharge your phone. You better go and start working extra job so that you can have enough money to keep uploading. Because this show, this series, is just like a premiere. It hasn't started at all. We will watch as you all melt down. And then we'll watch as you all pretended to go back into your shithole Lagos slum, where you'll pretend to be better. In fact, where you are worse off. We are going to watch you on social media. We are going to watch you on the streets. We are going to see you melt back into your oblivion. And we are going to wait for the last card. Okay? Because as it be so, it be like in a general market, then give you. And me as a Yoruba man, my hand no deal. Make anybody no call my name. My hand no day. So they have sent them to the general market. Let us see what will be the last card from the cradle of Jaga bandits, the Jaga weary, the Jaga bandit, the Jaga fool, the Jaga greedy criminal that you call your leader. Let us see the last card he is going to play. Oh yeah, start your attack. It doesn't count. I'm still going to return. To give it to you again. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Maiyegun today. Maiyegun today. Go and tell them all.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òun ayé ẹ̀sùn láti òkúra olóṣèlú ayé ẹ̀sùn láti ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì ayé ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran òun. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀yàrá ìlú màmá ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú màmá ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Mọ́tà ń lé ní oníṣègùn lé káwọ́ màmá fi ṣera wọn ní kó ti dẹrùn tí mò ń gbọ́dọ̀ sí mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ Bádéró tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́. Mo ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o gbogbo ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kí o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní bí wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Thank you. Good afternoon.